In one country, a frog small enough to sit on your thumbnail can kill 20 people, and there's no antidote. In one country, a single bite from an invisible jellyfish kills in 2 minutes. In another, people die in their sleep from a snake they never felt. These are the 10 most biodiverse countries on Earth, home to more species than anywhere else. But that same richness comes with a cost. More species means more things that can kill you. From venomous frogs with no antidote to crocodiles that pull you underwater before you can scream. This is nature at its most beautiful and most lethal. Number 10. Madagascar. This island split from India 88 million years ago, and evolution took a completely different path. 80% of everything here exists nowhere else on Earth, including all 112 lemur species, half the world's chameleons, and 12,000 plant species. But here's the twist. Madagascar has 0 venomous snakes, 0 large predators. For 88 million years, the island evolved in peace. Then humans arrived and brought the deadliest thing with them, Yersinia pestis, the plague. Madagascar accounts for 75% of all plague cases on the planet today. The Black Death bacteria arrived on trading ships just 700 years ago, and the island had no evolutionary defense. In 2017, a pneumonic plague outbreak killed over 200 people and infected 2,400. But the real tourist killer is even older. Nile crocodiles patrol Madagascar's rivers, killing an estimated 30 to 100 people every year. Number 9. Ecuador. This country is smaller than Nevada, but it holds the world record for biodiversity density. 1 single hectare in Yasuni National Park contains more tree species than all of North America combined. 650 tree species in a space the size of 2 football fields. Scientists estimate they've cataloged less than 10% of the insects living in that same hectare. You literally cannot take a step without standing on an undiscovered species. But Yasuni isn't just dense with life. It's dense with danger. The common lancehead viper is responsible for most snakebite deaths in the Amazon basin. In 2019, an American tourist on a night jungle walk near Coca was bitten by a fer-de-lance and required emergency airlift to Quito, needing 20 vials of antivenom. The Galapagos adds another layer. Bull sea lions turn aggressive during mating season, biting and injuring snorkelers. And a 3.5-meter bushmaster, the largest pit viper in the Americas, hides in the lowland rainforest. Number 8. Peru. Home to 1,800 bird species and the 3rd largest chunk of Amazon rainforest. But Peru has a creature that sounds like fiction. The vampire bat. Desmodus rotundus is the only mammal on Earth that survives entirely on blood. It uses infrared heat sensors in its nose to find veins close to your skin while you sleep. Its saliva contains 3 anticoagulant compounds so biochemically sophisticated that pharmaceutical companies turn them into a stroke medication called Draculin. Yes, that's the actual trademark name. In 2010, 4 children from the Awajan community in Condor-Kenki province died from rabies transmitted by vampire bat bites. Budget jungle lodges report tourists waking up with painless bite marks on their toes. Add the Amazonian giant centipede at 30 centimeters with a venomous bite, fer-de-lance vipers on the Manu Road from Cusco, and black caimans in Oxbow Lakes. In 2022, an Israeli backpacker swimming at night in Tombopada was attacked by a caiman and needed over 40 stitches. Number 7. Mexico. 65,000 known species. Half of all reptile species here exist nowhere else. But Mexico holds a record no other country wants. The highest scorpion death toll on the planet. 250,000 scorpion stings every year. 40 to 70 deaths, mostly children in rural Guerrero, Jalisco, and Michoacán. The state of Durango alone records 30,000 stings annually. Scorpions are so embedded in the culture that pharmacies sell antivenom over the counter, like aspirin. Tourists get stung in hotel rooms across the Yucatan every season. But scorpions aren't the only threat. Africanized killer bees, established in Mexico since the 1980s, have swarmed tourist groups at archaeological sites. In 2021, visitors at Calakmul were attacked, with 1 person hospitalized after 50 stings. And American crocodiles in Puerto Vallarta have become 3 times more common since 2015, as the city expanded into mangrove habitat. A tourist was attacked on the beach in 2024. Number 6. Colombia. 56,000 known species. More bird species than anywhere on Earth, 1,960 and counting. More orchid species than any country. But Colombia is also home to the most toxic animal ever documented, the golden poison frog, Phyllobates terribilis. It's barely 5 centimeters long, bright yellow, and a single frog carries enough batrachotoxin to kill 10 to 20 adult humans. There is no antidote. Scientists still cannot explain how the frog survives its own poison. Indigenous Embera people have used them for centuries, simply rubbing blow darts across the frog's back without even harming it. In 2017, a Colombian soldier died after accidental contact with a golden poison frog during a jungle patrol in Chaco. The toxin entered through a wound on his hand. Add the fer-de-lance, the most dangerous snake in the Americas by total fatalities. Tayrona National Park has closed trails multiple times because of snakebite incidents. And kissing bugs carry Chagas disease. 437,000 Colombians are currently infected. Number 5. Democratic Republic of Congo. 60% of the Congo Basin rainforest, the second largest on Earth. Home to bonobos, okapis, Congo peafowl, species that exist nowhere else. But the DRC contains the most dangerous national park on the planet, Virunga. Over 200 park rangers have been killed since 1996. Not by animals, by armed militias. Yet the wildlife is equally lethal. Hippos in Lake Edward kill an estimated 10 to 20 people every year around that single lake alone. Across Africa, hippos kill more humans than any other large animal, over 500 per year. The Gabon viper has the longest fangs of any snake on Earth, 5 centimeters, and produces more venom per bite than any other species. Green mambas and Jameson's mambas patrol the forest canopy. In 2018, 2 British tourists were kidnapped in Virunga by militia. They survived, but the park shut down gorilla tourism for 9 months. The park also sits on an active volcano. Nyiragongo erupted in 2021 and killed 32 people. Yet tourists still go, because Virunga is one of only 3 places on Earth to see mountain gorillas. Number 4. Indonesia. 80,000 known species across 17,000 islands. The highest marine biodiversity on Earth. But Indonesia rewrote the science textbooks. For decades, scientists believed Komodo dragons killed their prey through bacterial infection from rotting meat in their mouths. In 2009, researchers proved the entire theory was wrong. Komodo dragons have venom glands in their lower jaw that cause rapid blood loss, shock, and tissue destruction. They are the largest venomous animal on Earth. In 2017, a 50-year-old Singaporean tourist was bitten on the hand while photographing one at Komodo National Park and required emergency evacuation to Bali. In 2008, a boy from a nearby village became the first confirmed fatality in decades. But Komodo dragons aren't even the deadliest thing in Indonesia. Saltwater crocodiles, the largest reptiles alive at 6 to 7 meters, kill an estimated 50 or more people annually across the archipelago. In 2018, villagers in West Papua killed nearly 300 crocodiles in revenge after a local man was eaten. And the blue-ringed octopus, found in Indonesian coral reefs, delivers a painless, invisible bite that kills within minutes. No antivenom exists. Number 3. Australia. 600,000 known species. 85% of mammals, 89% of reptiles, and 93% of amphibians exist nowhere else on Earth. And Australia owns 21 of the world's 25 most venomous snakes. The inland taipan carries enough venom in a single bite to kill 100 adult humans. The box jellyfish, Chironex fleckeri, has killed over 80 people in Australia, with death occurring in as little as 2 minutes from cardiac arrest. The Irukandji jellyfish is barely the size of a thumbnail and nearly invisible. Its sting causes a feeling of impending doom, extreme pain, and brain hemorrhage. It was only discovered in 1952 when Dr. Jack Barnes deliberately stung himself to prove the connection. The Sydney funnel web spider is so aggressive it rears up and strikes repeatedly. In 2022, a great white shark killed a swimmer at Little Bay in Sydney Harbour, the first fatal attack in the city since 1963. But here's the paradox. Australia averages only 2 to 4 snakebite deaths per year, compared to 58,000 in India. The deadliest animal in Australia is actually the European honeybee. Allergic reactions kill more Australians than all native animals combined. Number 2. Brazil. 120,000 known species. More than any other country on Earth. 18,000 found nowhere else. This is the undisputed biodiversity champion. And the danger matches the diversity. Brazil has more venomous snake species than any country, over 80. Lancehead pit vipers cause 80% of the country's 30,000 annual snake bites, killing 100 to 200 people every year. Sao Paulo was literally built on top of lancehead habitat. Construction workers died from snake bites so frequently that the city built the world's first antivenom factory in 1901, the Butantan Institute, which still operates today. The Brazilian wandering spider holds the Guinness record for most venomous spider. It doesn't build webs. It wanders into banana boxes, shoes, and clothing. The bullet ant delivers the most painful insect sting on Earth, described as waves of burning, all-consuming pain for 24 hours. In December 2013, 70 swimmers were bitten by piranha in a single incident at Rosario do Sul Beach. And bull sharks have been confirmed in freshwater rivers 4,000 kilometers inland from the ocean. Number 1. India. And the reason might shock you. India isn't the most biodiverse country on this list. With 100,000 known species, it ranks below Brazil and Indonesia. But India is, by an enormous margin, the deadliest. 58,000 people die from snakebite in India every single year. That's one person every 9 minutes. More than every other country on this list combined. For species are responsible: the Indian cobra, common kite, Russell's viper, and saw-scaled viper. They're called the Big Four. The common kite is called the sleep killer. It enters homes at night, bites sleeping people on their feet or ankles, and the bite is completely painless. Victims simply never wake up. Families often believe they died of natural causes and never realize a snake was involved. India's official government figure is 2,000 deaths per year. The real number, confirmed by a landmark Lancet study using verbal autopsy methods, is 58,000. Bengal tigers still kill around 350 people annually. In the Sundarbans mangrove forest, honey collectors wear face masks on the backs of their heads because tigers always attack from behind. The masks reduced attacks by 50%. Asian elephants add 500 more human deaths per year. So what's the pattern? Every country on this list is megadiverse, officially recognized by the Convention on Biological Diversity for extraordinary species richness. But biodiversity doesn't just mean more butterflies. It means more predators, more venomous species, more parasites, more evolutionary arms races. India proves the deadliest truth. It's not the most biodiverse, but it has the highest human population living in direct contact with lethal wildlife. The real danger isn't the number of species. It's proximity. Australia has the most venomous snakes on Earth and loses 3 people a year. India has fewer venomous species but loses 58,000 because 800 million people live in rural areas where kites hunt at night. Madagascar spent 88 million years without a single venomous snake. Then humans brought the plague. The biodiversity itself isn't the threat. What makes these countries deadly is the collision between human expansion and nature's most sophisticated survival weapons. Which country surprised you the most? Tell us in the comments. And if you want more data-driven rankings that go beyond the obvious, subscribe and hit the bell. We rank the world so you don't have to.